Hello friends, welcome to Electrical Design Engineering YouTube channel. This is our lecture number 35 of our free course Etap, and in this lecture we will study about some definitions related to arc flash analysis and steps of calculation for calculating the arc flash with formulas and selection of PPEs. Before starting the lecture, I have a small request for you. Please subscribe my channel, like and share the videos on your social media profiles. You can join also our WhatsApp group and a Telegram channel. The link of these groups are given in the description. Now start the lecture. First of all, we should know what is the incident energy. The amount of energy impressed on a surface at certain distance from the source generated during an electrical arc event. It is the energy which is impressed on the surface from the certain distance from the source during an electric arc. Now I can explain you by a simple language what is the incident energy mean. Imagine a ball being thrown at a glass window. The incident energy is like the energy that ball has when it hits the glass. From here, with what energy the ball hits the glass, what is the energy at the time of hitting the glass, what is the energy of the ball at the time of hitting the glass is called the incident energy of the ball. Thinking of a sunlight hitting your sun skin, that is an example of incident energy from the sun. Working distance. The working distance is the space or a measurement between the potential source of an electric arc and the worker's head and body while they are in position to perform their task. The distance is important to ensure safety and to reduce the risk of injury from an arc flash. Bolted fault current. A bolted fault current occurs when two electrical conductors with different voltage levels directly touch each other with no resistance or impedance in between them. This creates a path for the electricity to flow freely and can lead to a significant surge in the current. When two electrical conductors of different voltage levels get connected with each other without resistance, they are directly connected to each other, they have no resistance in between them. This path causes a free flow for electric current. This can lead a significant surge in the current. That current is called the bolted fault current. It is actually a short circuit current. Compression between two methods. So we have two methods, NFPA 70E2018 and IEEE 1582008, and now it is I15E842018 is also coming. There are the two methods. One is NFPA and another is IEEE method to compare to calculate the arc flash, electrical arc flash. The parameters are voltage range. For NFPA it is around 600 volt and IEEE it is about 15 kilowatt for empirical formula, and for Lee method we can calculate arc flash above 150 kilovolts. Same for current range. This is the current range of 50 kiloamperes in NFPA and it is 106 kiloamperes. Arc duration, there is no limit of the arc duration. Equipment type, it is open air and enclosed one, and in IEEE we are calculating for open air, enclosed and cable bus. Electrode configuration, VCB and VOA, and with both same, working distance is same, and unit of measurement is calories per centimeter square or joules, or here is also same measurement. These are comparison between two methods of calculating the arc flash. What are the inputs required for to calculate the arc flash? In NFPA we need a system voltage, and IEEE I also need a system voltage. The gap between the conductors in IEEE we need, but in NFPA does not need. Distance X factor needed in IEEE, and system grounding needed in IEEE. Open and closed type equipment, what type of equipment is you had to put in both the methods. Panel distance does not need, working distance, you have to input both methods in the working distance and coordination inform that the trip is the time taken to trip the circuit. This is needed for both methods, in both methods. Now steps of calculating the arc flash. Determine the arc fault kernel. First step is to determine the arc fault using IEEE 1584-2018 empirical formula. You can calculate the arc fault current by using this formula, where G is the distance between conductors in mm, that is the just G. IA is the arcing current, IBF is the voltage fault current in kiloamperes, K is 0.153 for open configuration and 0.097 for box configuration, and V is the system voltage. Calculating incident energy. Incident energy at a working distance can be calculated with I. This is the formula for calculating the incident energy up to 15 kilovolt, and for Lee method, this which is higher than 15 kilometer is 15 kilovolt is used. I is the formula for incident energy is this one, where CF is the conversion factor, it is generally 1 calorie per centimeter square, and T is the time in seconds, generally taken 0.2 seconds. D is the working distance in mm, and En is the normalized incident energy in joules per centimeter square. Factors for equipment and voltage color. These are the different factors for the voltage. So equipment type, typical gate, and X factor. This is the distance X factor for different system voltages and equipments. From here you can get this the value of X factor. Determine arc flash boundary. The arc flash boundary is the distance at which the incident energy drops to 1.2 calories per centimeter square. The formula for distance, calculating the distance arc flash boundary is this. This is the formula for calculating the arc flash boundary up to 15 kilovolt, and this is for Lee method for higher voltages. 15 kilovolt higher than the 15 kilovolt. The formula is this, where D is the distance of the boundary from the arcing point. CF is the calculation factor, 1 for the voltage 1 kilo and 1.4 voltage at or below below 1 kilovolt is the incident energy normalized. EB is the incident energy in joule per centimeter square boundary distance, and D is the T is the time in seconds, and X is the distance exponential from table 4 what we have shown already to you. IBF is the voltage fault current. Now we will discuss about the PPEs. This is the incident when incident energy is your incident energy 4 calories per centimeter square. Then the a PP is used for a person is that it should be a hard hat, safety gloves or safety goggles, hearing protection, heavy duty leather gloves or corrugated gloves, leather footwear. When it is greater than or it is 8 calories per centimeter square, then the hard hat, safety gloves or safety shoes, hearing protection, heavy duty. We have a arc flash suit head. This is a suit hood or an arc face shield. This is the addition to the normal when the arc flash is less than 800. When it is 25 kilos or centimeter square, then this is the list of the PPEs used to wear by the working person. And when it is 40 calories per centimeter square, then this is the equipment, this is the PPEs a person should wear. Thank you.